Good afternoon all. I'm here at a Tesco car park in a town called Brackley. It's a historic market town just a little bit to the east of Banbury, and I've come here to see some electric charging points, not the ones here in Tesco which are free and the meal deal is very cheap. No, they're at a pub called the Paisley Pear, which is a Marston's pub up on the north end of the town, and I want to check out these charging points because they're Kempower charging points which look very interesting. So let's head on up there. So here we are at the Osprey charging hub in the Paisley Pear car park. Now those are the Kempower chargers and there are 8 stations. There are 3 cars currently parked here, but there are some other chargers at this car park. So this is the pub, the Paisley Pear, and I noticed as I drove in that there are 2 other also Osprey chargers, but they're the older boxes down the side here. There they are. Here are the older chargers, and I just want to check the price on these. I think they're going to be £1 per kilowatt hour. Tariff, yes, £1 per kilowatt hour. So I'll try the Kempower ones first and then I might come back and try these. So let's just check the tariff on these Kempower units. There's a pound button, let's press that, and yeah, that one's also £1 per kilowatt hour. So I'll just bring the car over, plug it in and get charging. It's a bit of a stretch for my front mounted charger point, but it does reach, so let's get this charging session started. So I'll put the card on the reader. Right, I've presented my card. Aha, authenticated. Here we go, preparing to charge. It's seen that my car's at 31%. Okay, the power's ramping up. Seems to have charged me £1 already. Don't quite know why. 23 kilowatts, 32%. But it doesn't give me an indication of total kilowatt hours. Just the percentage of the battery, the power level that it's charging at, and the price so far. Now you can follow on mobile by scanning that QR code, so I'm going to do that now. So let's scan the QR code. It's done it. Web address, open in browser, and now I've got a copy on my phone of what's happening on the charger. Oh, and that does show kilowatt hours. That's interesting. Now it seems to be counting in whole pounds, so I don't know whether it's actually going to charge me in whole pounds or whether it will charge me in pounds and pence, but it only shows it in whole pounds so far. So we'll carry on. I'm not going to charge an enormous amount here, probably need to get to about 50% to get back home with a decent margin. So and then I'll move on to those other Osprey chargers, the older style ones. Right, that's £6 worth. The car's up to 40%. That's probably okay. I'm going to move on to the other machines now. So let's press stop. Stopping. So that's 5.96 kilowatt hours, and it's saying £6, which is marginally over £1 per kilowatt hour. Right, I'm now plugged into the other Osprey units, these older units. Card payment. Oh yes, I've got to do that, haven't I? Okay, I'll do that now. Now it says this operation will reserve £5 on your contactless card. As I understand it, the other Kempower units reserve £45 on your card, so they take a big chunk out of your bank balance. CCS start. Big clunk from a relay or contactor. So it's detected that my car is at 40%. We're getting 1 kilowatt at the moment. Okay, that's ramping up. 15, 30, and the kilowatt hours is also coming up. Now, as I remember it, this display after a certain period of time just blanks out and you can't go back to it. Yeah, this charger is actually limited to 50 kilowatts. My car doesn't take much more than that, because even on the Kempowers, where I could have had, I think, well, far more than that, it was only charged. Yeah, there we go. The display goes like that, and then when you touch here, it kind of shows as though it's starting again. Oh, what's that? I. No, so it you can't get back and see your session data. So on my in-car display, I can see that I'm at 42%. I'll probably take it up to about 50. I've got the range there, and I've got the current and the voltage, which I could multiply together, 123 amps and 363 volts. Right, I've been here for a few minutes, so let's go and check the in-car display. I think I'll stop at 48% actually. That's what it was when I left home this morning. And it's now at 48%. Good, so let's finish the charging and hop out the car and go and have a look at the display on the charger. And there's the data. It is 5.8 kilowatt hours, £5.80. So yeah, that's definitely £1 per kilowatt hour. Battery's at 48%. It took 8 minutes and 2 seconds. And the reason for stopping was that I requested it from the vehicle. That doesn't stay on the screen very long, so you have to read that quite quickly. These are very clever chargers actually. On the CCS you can have up to, that says 100 kilowatts. That's interesting because these are all 150 and that end one was 100. I wonder if it's just because it's that much further away from the box of tricks, which is here. Yeah, these last two units are 100 kilowatts. It's got to be further away, so you've got more cable buried under this tarmac from the power supplies over there. Now the power supplies are very clever. They've got 25 kilowatt power supplies, and it will allocate as many as you need depending on how fast your car charges. So they will allocate more to the cars that take more power and less to the cars that take less power. So it distributes the available power on site amongst all the cars that are at the various chargers. There are no cars here at the moment. I've got the place to myself. Now, as far as I'm aware, here at the Paisley Pear, there are no parking restrictions. I can't see any. There are a few signs saying CCTV cameras, but there's no ANPR or anything nasty like that. So I believe that it's unrestricted parking. There are no additional parking charges. So these are the Osprey Kempower chargers at the Paisley Pear. Everyone's moved off, so I've got a nice shot of all 8 charging stations there. It's just a little bit expensive at the moment on Osprey. Let's see if their prices come down in time.